What's up, everybody? Has it been going this whole time? Cool. What's up? New managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. And you guys can manage blocked words. Cool. What's up, Veronica? We'll just call you Nika. What's up, everybody? Thanks, Josh. Love you too, man. Well, I hope you all had a great weekend. It was pretty sweet. Didn't do much. Just chilled out. Yeah. You can see me? Oh no. Doxed. So let's talk about Friday after stupid noon. Well, price ended up going right where I wanted it to, right off the pink unicorn here. That was the 1 minute. So coming back to me now. You know, it was just being really annoying and whatever. And I gave it its opportunity. It wanted to run later. You know, I think it was like 2:45. Yeah. And so anyway, target acquired. You know, I wasn't looking to chase short. I wasn't, you know, I look for the retracement back into the day and into the week. Now, we didn't get a weekly retracement yet. Maybe we did, actually. But anyway, target acquired. So let's check out our week. Well, I gotta tell you, if I was looking for a continuation long, it would be off this puppy here. So I'm just taking this fair value gap and noting we didn't close below the midway point, which is pretty good. So we didn't get a fair value gap in here, so that's interesting. You know, I was not expecting that big giant run down. I was expecting a fair value gap in here, and we just sunk. So I wasn't able to call the bottom on that one. So even if I go and try and go to the daily time frame, you know, and stretch it, I wasn't really looking. If it was going to continue violently, in my humbles of opinion, it wouldn't have gotten down below this midway point of this fair value gap here. So this is the weekly order block here. So I'm going to refine that into the daily here. So let's just measure our fair value gap that we dropped into here. So we did close below the lower quadrant, showing an overall weakness. And this was definitely the target for the week. So notable that the draw on liquidity for the week was this volume gap. So just taking a note at where we closed in relation to the fair value gap. Pretty sweet. So showing weakness. What does this mean? Well, we didn't get one single clean pass below this entire fair value gap here. So it's not an immediate balanced price range. There is a swing low here that was violently taken, so we could consider a shift in structure. So it might get a little too messy, so I'm gonna remove what we don't really need on here, which is this fair value gap for now. We just notice that we've, that was the low, and then we traded up directly back into equilibrium or consequent encroachment of that fair value gap so far. So I want to take from this low to this high. And, I was mentioning when we were up in here that I don't see it going up from here. And the reason why is we had 3 stabs into this fair value gap. So the low of this candle here was that fair value gap's premium. Okay. We had 3 opportunities. Typically, if you hit that fair value gap, so it's the difference between this candle's high and that low, right? If we were really bullish, we wouldn't have sunken back into half this gap, never mind close below half of it. But I was kind of anticipating this to happen because of the swing high in the premium. So you had 1, 2, 3 candles in the swing high. And, we wanted to see where I was not buying another long. Like, regardless of why anybody else was calling it long, it's just, it's whatever. Anyway, I wasn't seeing it long. So I was seeing that this right here was really what I was aiming for. Right there. And she just snapped right past it. Right into a discounted market. So that's pretty sweet. So if this candle's high and that low and this candle's high, now we're in a discount. So where do we go from here? That's the $1 million question. So we're on a bullish order block right now. This here made a lower low. So this is actually a bullish breaker here. So this is probably important moving forward. I use the bodies, you cannot. So now we've got kind of like this double order block and kind of a unicorn going on. But we did close really deep in that fair value gap. So within this breaker, I'm just going to note the close, and it's, kind of strong. So a little bit of mixed signals. Now we are at equilibrium. We just traded right back up into there. So this is the worst place to try and take trades. So I'm going to turn on the commitment of traders. No way. It flipped back to a sell. It took buy side liquidity and then flipped back into a sell program. Well, that changes everything. Looks like we can start making our way down. Okay, so we've taken this pool of liquidity here and this one here. So this is our new range. So we've just taken external range liquidity and then we came for internal. So typically we go from internal to external. So if we're seeing a reversal here, it'll look something like this, right? So we want to take a premium array. If today we rise up, like tomorrow, if we rise up and close up in here somewhere, this would be a great bearish order block for later. Okay, so we just want to note the open of that candle, and then of course we'd want to close below it, and then we'll use that as a bearish order block. Okay, so if we're anticipating price to come down, we would want to take it to from a premium to some degree, or equilibrium, depending. So what we do is we take this impulse here, note the 786, the midway point, equilibrium, and then start drawing out PD arrays. So here's a premium fair value gap. Now I do have a slight bearish bias. We have taken the all-time high and made displacement. So this, and smart money seems to be net short now. So first spot's here. So today, depending on where we close, I'm going to leave tomorrow alone. It's a no news Monday for your notes. Don't trade no news Mondays. Okay, they're not very favorable. They're not very one-sided. They're typically very prickish in their delivery. And you've seen those days where there's a lot of up and down and a lot of give and take intraday. And, you know, they're very taxing on the mental capital. Even if you are profitable, we're typically going to get some nice runs to the downside here in this balanced range. So this range from this, that low there to, this high here, this is all efficiently delivered. So if we're going to have a nice dip, a nice run down, it's probably going to be really violent until about this fair value gap. Now this is, of course, if a bearish bias materializes here, okay? So mark that sell side. We'll aim for this pool after. And as a matter of fact, I would bank that it would take this one here. It would take that one here, but not this one. And then come back up to some degree again and then drop. So depending on where tomorrow, or this candle today here, / tomorrow closes, we will have perhaps another fair value gap. So if this candle comes rising up, and let's say it hits this here. So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that this is going to be the top for tomorrow. And I'm just going to note the midway point, just to keep it less messy. Okay, so that's going to be what I want to see reached for tomorrow, and then I want to see this fair value gap created here. Okay, now this is a bearish order block because it's got a fair value gap in it, and potentially two. So if this candle rises all the way up, that's going to be problematic for continuation to the downside. So I would note, well, it's equilibrium, right? So that candle's tail here is pretty much the midway point of our range. So very good then. So I'm just going to save some room and have that on there. So that's going to be my top call for tomorrow, one of these twos. So tomorrow, if we get up in here and we close, then Tuesday, I would want to see it rise up and then drop into Wednesday, Thursday, and start attacking sell side liquidity. What changes this? Well, let's say that this is the line in the sand, and I'll paint this one, I don't know, blue. Kind of a, we'll use that as a, what do you call it, royal blue. We'll use that as a line in the sand. If we start trading back above that, it's going up. Like, that's pretty much it. So we're counting the matrix here in the daily time frame. We've broken a fair value gap. We're breaking the breaker right now with a volume imbalance. So that's two PD arrays. We break those, we're coming here. That's the way it's been working since I started this, and from all the years that I've studied prior to this. That's just how it works. So that's what we'll do. Welcome to the matrix of PD arrays. What's up? What's up? Us traders can't wait for the weekend to be done. I know. I used to love the weekends, man, and now I'm like, bring me back to the charts. But no, you know what, man? The last few weeks have been very eye-opening. The epiphanies come less and less these days, but they're not any less meaningful when they do come or when they do arrive. It's like the amount of less trading that I've done in the last 3 weeks and the amount that I'm up is insane. It's insane how much less trading, and I just can't believe. And the month's not even over. Like, that's gonna be that's so deadly. So for the rest of, and I'm gonna give this to Pump Down Friends, okay? So the people who are not in the private mentorship, this is for you guys, okay? So from now until the rest of the year, I'm going to stick to a robotic trading plan because I've been kind of doing some freestyling, as Brett James calls it, where I'm just kind of like in the markets and whatever shows up, I've been hitting instead of sticking to a rules-based plan like I was. I'm just kind of like, okay, I'll just hit the market here. It's good. I'll take my money here and then I'm done. I'm going to live through an experience that I need to have in order for me to have any sort of relationship between the two. So, yes, I'm up and everything's doing great, but I want to see how much more I could be up by just sticking to a model, the 15-minute order block, and you all know how I play it. So, it's going to be $250 risk per trade with 2 shots, or 1 shot with a $500 risk. And this one's going to be with a time stop till the end of the day. I haven't decided if I'm taking a partial, but I want to hold till about 3 or 4 p.m. I want to capitalize on the entire day after my model has been created. And if the day doesn't run, or if the day doesn't have anything to capitalize on, I just accept whatever comes at 3 p.m. If it doesn't move, or it looks like it could do another leg, I'll wait till 4 p.m. Okay? So it's going to be the 15-minute only, the way I play it. You guys know what's up. So that's going to be it from now until the new year. And as far as permitted trading days, I'm not trading every day. It's just going to be the obvious one. So the conditions are London has not met the 1/3 average daily range of 5 days. So the 5 ADR, in other words. So a draw on liquidity, an obvious one, has been met. The reversal is on a higher time frame PD array. This is not a do or die scenario, okay? Like, if price is really bearish, we're likely not going to hit a higher time frame PD array if we're in a trend for the week. But as long as it's obvious, then that's fine. Stay with the 15-minute. Let it just materialize and accept the fate. And if it's good, if it's real good, get cheeky with a pyramid. So my pyramids are just like ICTs. They have to be, my original position must be in enough profit to cover the next position's drawdown. So I'll leave it to you guys to do that math and figure that out. Some of you guys are not there, but that's how you properly pyramid. And of course, if you're bullish, you'd be pyramiding in the discount market. So have these levels on your charts, and if we break this, my analysis is offside. I'm just going to cross-reference this with the monthly time frame and see what's going on here. Noticing that so we could do a gray pool. That's crazy cool. I love it. I love it. So taking those wicks into the weekly, just cross-reference that. Dang. That is so cool. Man, is that ever cool. I love how everything just kind of plays together. Like everything just works out, you know? Like even before price was ever even up here, it already knew. It already knew. It was almost like price didn't matter. Man, that's freaking sweet looking. Just the way price interacts with these levels. So I would be I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to downside. There it is. Jaden nailed the trade. He did, man. He walked in. He's like, let me see the volume gap. I was like, okay, there it is. Or I said, no. I said, point it out to me. And he goes, yeah. And I go, down, there it is. So I go to record it, and of course he doesn't do it again, right? He's pointing at this candle here, which ended up being just about the frickin' low of the day. Hilarious, because he really liked this little candle. I don't know why. But it ended up being almost target acquired. But we were way the frick up here, and he's like, yeah, it's going down today. Let me see that volume gap. Kid's just cute as Dickens. Yeah, and I couldn't believe it. We just dove right for, because I was expecting the bottom out here and maybe continue on up. I was not checking the commitment of traders, but are you in a BTC long? Buddy, I am not in a BTC long. I am not. Look at it. Why would I be? That thing is going to come down. And it's going to give me my dip. No, truth be told, I went hard on my conviction on that being the bottom, and I got stopped out, and then it just freaked out without another dip. Still kind of butthurt about it, but it hurts less every time it happens. You just gotta have the discipline to let it go, because eventually you'll hit some targets and it'll want to come down. So I just keep pulling trends, bro, and I don't do nothing until it dips. That's it. If it don't dip, I don't play. That's just how it works. And you would save yourself, or anybody else here would save yourself a lot of headache buying dips. How many people tried to short that? You know what I mean? Probably the lot of you. And you've heard buy the dip. You've heard it so many times, right? So you may as well learn how. And I'll give it to you, okay? It all starts with a draw on liquidity. So look at this big bull flag. Okay? Where does everybody have their stops? Where does the books tell you to put your stops? Oh, it just magically went to that spot just cuz, right? Just cuz, hey bro, cousin? And then you make this little money printer where you shift market structure. It's done its job. Discount 786. And I mean, this works on every time frame. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of your buying and selling pressure logic. If that was true, this wouldn't repeat on every single time frame, all day, all week, all year since the creation of Bitcoin. And I mean, that's beautiful. Mwah. So you take that level, go into your 15-minute, notice that you're just hovering around this level like it's a magnet. So you could tell me that's random all you want, but I'm not going to believe you. So what are we going to do? Well, I don't know, okay? But personally, I know what I'm going to do if it does this. I'm going to long the snot out of it. And then hold until our homie Sam says, weekly candle close. Planning on joining the Leverage Mastery this week. What's up, Brandon Ducker? That's pretty sweet. You'll learn a lot. You'll probably find a couple of gems that'll just floor you. Like you'll just Be like, why didn't I do this? Or why didn't I think of this? Those are the moments, man. That's what we live for. Finally caught you live. What's up, Bob? What's up, Bob? Yeah, there's a chance. I mean, I want to go live in the morning, you guys. I really do. But, like, my wife's pregnant, and it's, like, really quiet in the house. And, of course, like, you know, like, we don't have a bunch of junk in the house. Like, you know, you clap and you can hear it throughout the whole place. It's not small either. But, I want to go live in the morning so bad. But then I'm like talking like this. And people would be like, why are you whispering? I'll be like, cause people are sleeping. Cause it's 5 in the freaking morning here when I want to go live. You know, it's different if she's up. But, yeah. Soon we'll have a place with a basement, and I'll have like soundproof studio, and everything will be cool. Are you not bothered it took that previous low by a tick or two? No, I'm actually glad it did. For the order pair. Hi, Oralee. Your name is so funny. I busted out laughing so hard when I read that. It's still funny. I came in late. Did I miss the BTC, or is this just a stream for stonks? It's just NASDAQ. I was just looking at Bitcoin just so you guys didn't get your hopes up. I'm in along this big bull flag in a premium. Well, it could break out, but it's likely going to snap in your face first. So you may as well just put your entry where your stop loss is and be patient. The sauce is golden, encrusted with Wi-Fi and gems, rubies from Egypt. I know. It's that good. By the dip, don't trip. Yeah, man. Does it look like Bart Simpson-ish? You know, sure. But, like, I don't consider that stuff, man. What pattern is it making at the time it's going to run for liquidity? That's the secret. That's the real secret. The pattern it's making right before it's about to run liquidity out. Well, how do you know it's about to run out liquidity? Because it does it every day at the same time. That's why. Man cave, frog cave. Yeah, lily pad somewhere, right? For sure. I was wrong on the day. It was about 40 ticks. It took the low buy. Yeah, man. No, I seen that, but I mean, like, it's a double bottom, bro. You know, that's where the sauce is. So, yeah, that's it, you guys. I'll be taking tomorrow off. I don't know if I'm gonna go live. We'll see what happens, right? If it's interesting, I'll press the button like in the PM session. But I mean, just rest your feet, okay? At ease tomorrow. No need to go crazy. It's not even worth it. Just practice the discipline. Take the day off. Study it. Let it fly by you. And we'll take some obvious setups later in the week. Your mic is hella low. See this guy? That's what I mean, Gambit X, if that is your real name. Saying my mic is low. How dare you? How's that? Baby soul. What's baby soul? I'm not a crypto influencer, bro. I'm a day trader. And if you're trying to day trade crypto, good luck. Yeah, send in a super chat. $6,000 super chat and I'll look at your coin. No, I'm just kidding, bro. No, man. If you want crypto stuff, Sammy's your guy. Like, Crypto Lifer is your man. I don't do well with crypto. I just stock it for long term. And I trade the NASDAQ because it pays well. God bless you guys. Thank you for joining and likely see you tomorrow. Peace out.